I started delivering food part-time to pay off a few credit cards, which is just something to float me between gigs. It was flexible, quick money, and for the most part, safe. I'm a 26-year-old woman, and I always took precautions. Only day shifts, well-lit neighborhoods, and I shared my location with a friend. But that night, that was the one time I broke my rule. It was a quiet Tuesday, and I was wrapping up for the evening when a ping came in. A large order to an apartment complex just 10 minutes away, and it was double the usual tip. It was tempting, and I thought just one more order wouldn't hurt. Anyways, I picked up the food from a Thai restaurant which smelled amazing and headed to the drop-off. The address was a complex I didn't recognize, but the GPS brought me straight there. Building D, apartment 306. The place looked normal, just a little old. Brick facade, flickering hallway light. There was a note on the order. Leave food at the door, don't knock. Just text when it's there. Not unusual, as lots of people don't want to interact. I rode the creaky elevator to the third floor and came out to the hallway. It was long, dim, with carpet stained and walls scuffed. Apartment 306 was at the very end, by a fire exit. As I walked down, I passed a few doors, but everything was dead quiet. That kind of silence that hums in your ears. So I make my way, and when I got to apartment 306, I bent down and placed the bag by the door. Just as I was reaching for my phone to send the delivery text, I heard something from inside the apartment. A soft click, like a lock turning. I froze. The door didn't open, but I could hear breathing right behind the door, and it was close. Too close. I texted, "Food's outside your door, have a good night." Then I turned around and started walking briskly back down the hallway. But halfway down, I heard a creak behind me. It was not from the door, but from the fire exit. I quickly turned around to look, and to my surprise, it was open. Just a crack. Then all of a sudden, I saw someone standing behind it, just barely visible in the shadows. A man in his mid-40s with an average build wearing a dark hoodie pulled low. I couldn't make out his face, but he wasn't moving. He was just watching. I tried to stay calm and forced myself to keep walking. I made it to the elevator and hit the button, but it was taking too long, so I turned and took the stairs instead. As I descended, I could feel it, you know? That sense when someone is behind you, just a few steps back. I finally reached the bottom, pushed the door open, and sprinted to my car. I didn't look back until I was inside with the doors locked. I had to take a minute, as my hands were shaking. I glanced up at the building, and the man was standing at the glass front door. He didn't order the food, I was sure of it. He never came out to grab the bag. He just stood there, staring. Not at me, but at my license plate. I peeled out of the parking lot and didn't stop driving for 15 minutes. I called the delivery app's support line and reported the address as suspicious. The rep gave me the usual script. "We'll flag the account. Thank you for your diligence." I went home and locked every door and window. Then I took a long shower and went to bed. But I couldn't sleep. 2 days later, I got a notification on my phone from the delivery app. It was another order from the same apartment complex, but this time it was a different unit with a different name with the same instructions. Leave the food at the door, don't knock, just text when it's there. I didn't accept it, but someone else might have. I still wonder what would have happened if I had knocked.